I'm Ken Chan. I'm here with my show at Gasworks called Future Tropics. I'm an artist, curator, and filmmaker based in Singapore and the Netherlands. My practice revolves around our encounters with art, cinema, and fiction. I have a particular interest in the tropical imaginary and the past and future relationship between heat and art and culture. I'm curious about how climate shapes culture and how the histories and context of the tropics has in many ways been the result of the interaction between different climate zones. What might happen when there ceases to be climate demarcation, whether that will also mean that we might not have culture demarcation anymore, and what are the ramifications of that? For this exhibition, I've made a spatial installation called Monsoons. And Monsoons is essentially a climate system that oscillates between the two galleries. Monsoon consists of multiple water barrels with humidifiers inbuilt into them, alongside a series of heat lamps that alternate within the two galleries. Much like the actual monsoons, which is a seasonal movement of moisture that circles around the globe. Monsoons very much builds on this historical thread within museology, where very often, if you look at Western museums, they will often house climate control system, which essentially is to maintain a cool and dry microclimate within the institution itself. And cool and dry are the two things that the tropics usually are not. And this really builds on the fact that historically artists and artworks from the tropics have often been excluded from the Western art museums. Within the first gallery, it's lit with a particular yellow hue. And one of the reasons behind it is to disrupt this, the classical white cube space aesthetically, and to bring on this connotation of an unnatural eternal summer. Future Tropics takes on the premise of a future, fictional, and global tropics. You see different characters narrating myths and the history of this fictional future. In my residency at Gasworks last year, I collaborated with DJs of tropical provenance that are based in London to also co-write short stories that are set within Future Tropics, in an attempt to build on this community of collaborators and to take on the stories that they tell. So Warm Fronts is a work where I invited 4 different DJs and music producers, each from a different region of the tropics, to produce a set. And the basis of Warm Front really is to build on the connectivity of heat rather than this idea of separate geopolitical regions that sit within the tropics itself. And I often describe the work as an attempt to build a solar and sonic alliance, which you can kind of see within the microfictions that are built into the posters for each of the DJ sets. And they talk about different histories and fictional histories that set within both Warm Fronts and Future Tropics. Future Tropic really is my attempt to look at the climate crisis and how that might have ramifications on culture and also geopolitics in the future.